Now, the next topic is rainfall runoff relationship using regression analysis. Using regression analysis. What is regression analysis? Okay, what this word describes? Regression analysis. This is just nothing but developing relationship between any two variables. Okay, ಎರಡು ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಯಾವ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ we need to find out. So in order to find out the relationship between any two variable, we can make use of regression analysis. What are those two variables for us in hydrology is, one is rainfall and another one is runoff. Okay, regression analysis is nothing but just developing relationship. I think yes, I have written here. So method of developing relationship. Just this is a method of developing a relationship between variables. Okay, in our hydrology the variables are rainfall and runoff. Okay, now this works, the regression analysis works on the principle of least squares. Okay, I'll tell you. Next one is, so this is the fundamental y is equals to a plus bx. So these are statistical methods. Okay, y is equals to a plus bx. This is fundamental regression equation. So y is equals to a plus bx. This is fundamental regression equation. What is y? Y andre one variable, x is also another variable. We are, what is our topic? Developing a relationship between what and what? Rainfall and runoff. So okay, developing relationship between two variables. So our variables are rainfall and runoff. So y is one variable, x is another variable. Okay, it may be we can consider x as rainfall, y as runoff, or y as rainfall, x as runoff, whatever. Okay, but anyway, in general we usually used to take y as runoff. Okay, y as runoff and x as rainfall. Now the relation is what? Y runoff is equals to a plus b into x rainfall. Okay, here we need, in order to develop relationship between these two variables, we need a and b. Correct? Just to know what kind of relationship exists between x and y, we need a and b. A b gottadre the problem is over. In order to find out the a and b, we have two equations. These two equations are called normal equations. These two, summation y is equals to na plus b summation x, and summation xy is equals to a into summation x plus b into summation x square. These two equations are called normal equations. By solving the normal equation, we can find out AB. After finding out the AB, just put AB value in this fundamental regression equation. You will come to know the relationship between x and y. Nothing but relationship between rainfall and runoff. Okay, and in order to calculate AB, we have another shortcut method also. Okay, by using normal equation we can find out AB. Okay, this is a little lengthy. So in order to find out AB, we have another two equations. Okay, shortcut, there are another two shortcut equations. So that is what? B is equals to summation xy divided by summation x square. A is equals to y bar minus b into x bar. This is small xy. Okay, capital X and y is different, small xy is different. I'll tell you. Where small x is equals to x minus x bar, that is what? Deviation from the data. X minus x bar, small y is equals to y minus y bar. Okay, how to calculate x bar? You know very well. you know very well. I think in your high school level only you studied all these things. If there are some certain data, let's see here, x values, let's say 20, 40, 75, 80. So these are the values of x. This is what x means, what? Rainfall. X means rainfall. Y means runoff. So in our hydrology, we are considering the variables as rainfall and runoff. Basically, x, y are variable. In our field, rainfall and runoff are the variable. So these are the values of x. Just add these things divided by length. That means divided by number of observations. How many number of observations are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 observations. Just add all the 4 values. That is what? Sum of x values divided by number of observation. You will get x bar. Okay, ಈಗ ಇದು x ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, x bar ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? x bar ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ x bar y bar nothing but arithmetic mean. x bar y bar nothing but arithmetic mean of some data. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಡೇಟಾ? ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ x bar ಬರೀತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೀನ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಅದೇ ನಾನು y bar ಬರೀತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮೀನ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೀನ್ ಆಫ್ y ಡೇಟಾಸ್. y ಡೇಟಾಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ರನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ x bar ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ n. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ y bar ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ n. You will get x bar, y bar. Okay, now small x is what? X minus x bar. Say for example, x bar is 9. Okay, let's say, just for example, let's say y bar is equals to 15. This is just example, please remember. Okay, I'll take some random data just to convey the concept to you people. Okay, now what is a small x? X minus x bar. X is 20. ಈಗ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 20 ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಇಸ್ 9. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 40 ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಇಸ್ 9. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 75 ಮೈನಸ್ 9. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 80 minus 9. Similarly for y also. So y, small y is y minus y bar. Let's say y values 39, okay, 19, 17, 25. Now how to calculate y? Small y 30 minus y bar is 15. 30 minus 15. Next 19 minus 15, 17 minus 15, 25 minus 15. This is what? X and y. Deviation from the x and y values. Okay. After calculating x bar, y bar, okay, x bar aitu, y bar aitu, sum of x square, here x you calculated here using this formula, you calculated each individual x y values. This is 20 minus 9 is 11. Okay, similarly illige 11 barkontiri. Similarly y calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ using these two formula. So sum of x, sum of y, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ನಮಗೆ? we need in this equation we need x square. So x ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, just square it, square this value. Okay, then you will get summation x square. X into y, this is x into y, you will get xy. X into y, you will get xy. So put all the sum values, put all these sum values, summation xy, okay, this is summation y, summation x square, summation x, put all the sum values and x bar y bar, this is x bar y bar values, you will get AB. You will get AB. What is AB? AB means regression coefficients. Alva? Y is equals to A plus BX. Y is equals to A plus BX. This is the fundamental regression equation where AB are regression coefficient, N means length of the record, andre number of observations. So after calculating AB, you need to do all this statistical procedure. You need to do all this statistical procedure. Put the sum values. Put these sum values in this equation. You will get AB. After finding out A and B, put those values here. After statistical procedure, put the sum values in this equation. Summation xy, summation x square, x bar, y bar here. You will get, first you will get B value. After putting this and this, you will get B value. Put this B value here. You will get A value. After getting AB value, put all those regression coefficient, nothing but AB here. You will get regression, fundamental regression equation. Let's say for example, calculating A comes out to be 50. Let's say for example, A comes out to be 50, B comes out to be 0.78. Just example. Now, fundamental regression equation becomes y, that is what? Runoff. Y means, now runoff anta tagondidivi, y means runoff is equal to A means 50 plus B means 0.78, B means 0.78 into x means rainfall. So this is the final regression equation. So after finding out this equation, you will come to know the relationship. Okay, it may be linear or parabolic or whatever. Okay, runoff is equals to, and then y runoff is equals to 50 plus 0.78 into RF nothing but rainfall x. This is what scatter diagram. Okay, you can find out AB by using this equation or this equation. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ statistical procedure ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ in the same way you have to do here also. This is little lengthy, alva? See here, this looks little lengthy. You need to calculate sum of y, sum of x, sum of xy, sum of x square. So this is very simple compared to this one. You can use any method. Okay, you can use any method in order to calculate AB. You can find out AB from this normal equation, or you can find out AB from this shortcut equations. Okay, after finding out AB, put here, you will get relationship. So this is what a scatter diagram. Okay, before doing all these things, we need to draw a scatter diagram. We need to plot a scatter diagram. Rainfall in x-axis, runoff in y-axis. So rainfall values, runoff values, rainfall values, runoff values. Okay, after making scatter diagram, we can come to some decision. We can come to know something. What kind of relationship is exist in this plot? Okay, if you plot the rainfall runoff diagram, that is what scatter diagram. Yeah, this is looks like a, yes, see here, this looks like a linear. The relationship is linear. So this is what conclusion. That is what graphical representation. This is what analytical method. By using equations, statistical procedures and all those things, you can find out relationship in this form. This is a scatter diagram. This gives one clear idea or initiation. This gives initiation to understand the relationship. What kind of relationship is present between these two variables. Okay, this is all about rainfall runoff relationship using regression analysis. Okay, next topic is hydrograph, the second chapter of this module. Okay, hydrograph means it's a plot, it's a graphical representation of discharge coming out of the catchment from the outlet point versus time period, corresponding time. It's a graphical representation of simply discharge versus time. Discharge, nothing but what? Runoff. coming out of the catchment corresponding time. Okay, Q versus time. This is what hydrograph. It shows, listen carefully, it shows time distribution of the total runoff. Total runoff ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Total runoff from the catchment coming out of the outlet point. Okay, it shows the time distribution here. Listen carefully. Time distribution from this point to here. Time distribution. ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಇದೆ? So this time, what is the ordinate? At this time, what is the ordinate? At this time, what is the ordinate? So it shows time distribution of total runoff. At this point, what is the runoff value? At this point, what is the runoff value? At this point, at this time, what is the runoff value? So it shows time distribution of the total runoff. Okay. And Q is measured in Qmex, represented in Qmex, cubic meter per second, and time in days, months, okay, sometimes hours also. And Q is in y-axis, time is in x-axis. This is about simple definition of hydrograph. This is a graphical representation of Q, discharge versus time. Okay. Next concept ಏನಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ again we have two classification. One is isolated storm and second one is series of consecutive storm or complex storm. ಒಂದು ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ರೈನ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ತುಂಬ ಸಲ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೀಕ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಫ್. ಲಿಸನ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೀಕ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಫ್. ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ಒಂದು ಮಳೆಯಿಂದ ಆಗಿರೋದು, ಒಂದು ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಇಂದ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೀಕ್ಡ್ hydrograph. Series of consecutive storm. Series, the name itself is suggesting series, one rainfall after another rainfall after another rainfall. So from this rainfall also there is some runoff, from second rain, that is from that also there is some runoff, from third rain, from that also runoff is there. So this is what complex storm. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು series of consecutive. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಳೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಳೆ. So series of consecutive storm or complex storm. So this is what this leads to. Complex storm leads to multiple peaks. Listen. So this is the first rain and second rain. Runoff from the first rain is also there. To that second rainfall runoff also added. Okay. For the third rain, second rainfall runoff plus third rainfall runoff. Okay, so this is what multiple peaks. This is multiple peaks, multi-peak hydrograph. This is single peaked hydrograph. So single peaked hydrograph results from isolated storm. Multi-peak hydrograph results from complex storm. Okay, this is a simple classification. Next important topic is component of hydrograph. Component. So I am explaining the component of hydrograph with the help of isolated storm, nothing but single peaked hydrograph. This is what? Single peaked hydrograph, correct? Isolated storm, single peaked hydrograph. I am explaining the important components of hydrograph by taking the example isolated storm of single peak. Okay. Here there are three important components in hydrograph. Okay, in hydrograph there are three important components. First one is from A to B. We call that as rising limb. from A to B, we call that portion as rising limb. Next, from BPC, from B to C, BPC, we call that as crest or peak portion. Second part is BPC, this shape, peak portion. And third point is, third shape, from C to D, this is recession limb. There are three components, very simple: rising limb, peak portion, recession limb. Rising limb, peak portion, recession limb. Okay, and this dotted line represents the base flow. In the yesterday class itself I told you, base flow, part of the infiltrated water percolated deep into the ground. Okay, after some time that flow reaches the nearby stream. That is base flow. Magnitude is very less, that's different, but that is what base flow. And yesterday class itself I told you, while preparing hydrograph, we need to separate the base flow and direct runoff. Yake we need to separate the base flow and direct runoff hydrograph means this component is very less. Okay, this is what? This is base flow, and this duration, this total duration is base period. This total duration is base period. This portion is peak discharge, right? From here, sorry. From here to here it is peak discharge. Okay. Three important components are there: rising limb, peak portion, recession limb. The first one now, rising limb, from A to B. From A to B. This is ascending portion of the hydrograph. Ascending portion of the hydrograph corresponding to increase of discharge. Carefully observe. This is the ascending portion. Okay, no doubt in that. Corresponding to increase in discharge. Discharge in y-axis slowly increasing. Discharge is slowly increasing. After the commencement of the rain, in the earlier period of the rain, losses are more. Correct? That is the reason why curve is slowly increasing. Rapid increase ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Like this, rapid increase ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. There is slow increasing, slowly increasing, because in the earlier period of the rainfall, losses are more, infiltration is more. So curve is rising slowly. After very few hours or after very few minutes, after very few hours, ground gets saturated, infiltration becomes nil, all the rainfall converted into runoff. Okay, so curve will be rising. Curve is rising. Okay, and this rising limb is also called as concentration curve. Concentration curve. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇದು ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್. All the rainfall from here, all the rainfall accumulating means concentrated or moving towards outlet. So this is also known as concentration curve. Okay. Next one is AB shape enidiyala. This is AB shape depends only on the characteristics of the rain. Andre the portion AB is controlled by, this portion AB is controlled by characteristics of the rain. What are the characteristics? Intensity, duration. Correct? Intensity, duration. Idru mele depend agide this portion. Okay, this is about rising limb. Okay, next part, peak or crest. Peak or crest portion from BPC. That is what? Crest portion. BPC shape is crest portion. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಪೀಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇಂದ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ರೇಟ್, ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ, maximum flow. Okay, when the rain starts, runoff is slowly increasing. Okay, after some time runoff will be maximum, again rain slowly starts decreasing, rainfall starts decreasing, so runoff will be less. In the earlier period, rainfall is, part of the rainfall is infiltrated, so losses are more, so curve is slowly increasing. There will be runoff, but slowly increasing. After some time, when the rainfall starts decreasing, the curve reaches the peak point. This indicates the peak flow. Okay, next, this peak ideyala, that represents arrival of the flow from all part of the catchment. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ, ಇವಾಗ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್, ಅರೈವಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿನ್, ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳೋವಂಥ ಮಳೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ದೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಫಾರ್ದೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್, ಅದು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೂ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೂ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೂ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದನೂ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನೇ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಬರೀ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಮಳೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಳೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ದೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದನೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಂಥ ಮಳೆನೂ ಸಹ ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್ನ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್, ಸೊ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ದೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಫಾರ್ದೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂದ ಮಳೆ ನೀರು ಹರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಆಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪೀಕ್ represents arrival of the water flow from all the part of the basin, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಂದನೂ ಬರೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದು. ಬರೀ ಇಷ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳೋ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರೆ ಪೀಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. from all the part of the basin, rain water is coming. So that's why this represents peak flow rate. Next one is recession limb. Portion C to D. This is what? Recession limb. CD shape. That represents the recession limb. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಡಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮೆನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಬೇಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇದೆ. ಬೇಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಬೇಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ, ವೆರಿ ಡೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಿ, ಕಮೆನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಇವಾಗ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋನು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಔಟ್ಲೆಟ್. ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ slowly contributing to the outlet point. Okay, this recession limb indicates the storage contribution. Is storage contribution alva? Ground water flow very deep in the ground, that is storage component. So this portion indicates the storage contribution. ಏನು storage contribution ಅಂದ್ರೆ, after the end of the rainfall, ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ನಿಂತೋಯ್ತು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ rainfall, also there is a runoff. Please remember that point. After the end of the rainfall, ಮಳೆ ನಿಂತೋಯ್ತು, ನದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹರಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, there is a runoff. There is a runoff. Even though after the end of the rainfall, there is a runoff. There is a flow in the river. Correct? ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು ಆ ಫ್ಲೋ? ಮಳೆ ನಿಂತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಆದರೂ ನದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? That flow is from storage contribution. What are all the storage contribution? Ponds, depression storage, channel storage, interflow, groundwater flow. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಪಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಚಾನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಿವರ್, that is what channel storage. Interflow, groundwater flow, ponds, lakes, these are all surface contribution. ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥದ್ದು ಸಹ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಳೆ ನಿಂತೋಗಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್, ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಈವನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ rainfall. So this indicates, CD portion indicates storage contribution. Okay, next shape of the CD, this same recession limb, shape of the CD, same thing, depends on or controlled by catchment characteristics, basin characteristic, nothing but catchment characteristics. ಏನು catchment characteristics ಅಂದಾಗ topography ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ, just we in the last I think half an hour back we studied slope, topography, okay, and nature of the soil, moisture content already present in the soil. So on these factors the shape CD depends. Okay, the shape CD depends basin characteristics, catchment characteristics, but the shape AB controlled by rainfall, characteristics of the rainfall. rainfall ಆಗುವಾಗ slowly ರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, rainfall ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. even though there is a runoff, even though there is a flow in the river, from where that flow is coming? That flow is coming from storage contribution. Okay, so that's why this portion depends on basin characteristics, this portion depends on characteristics of the rain. Okay, and this is all about component of hydrograph.